Plants and animals are in a chemical bargain. Plants make sugar and oxygen. Animals spend sugar and oxygen to get energy and return carbon dioxide and water. That loop is one of the deepest engines on Earth. If you remember one thing, photosynthesis stores energy in sugar. Respiration releases that energy to power life. Matter cycles. Energy flows. Start with photosynthesis. A plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil. Using light, it builds sugar-stored chemical energy and releases oxygen as a byproduct. It's like charging a battery, but the battery is sugar. Important detail: oxygen is not the main product. Sugar is. Oxygen is what's left over when the chemistry splits and rearranges molecules to build that sugar. Now respiration. Animals and plants too break down sugar using oxygen. The point is to make ATP, the cell's spendable energy. And the waste products are carbon dioxide and water. Put them together and you get the deal. Plants load the system with sugar and oxygen. Organisms spend it to do work. The leftovers feed back into photosynthesis. This is why you can breathe and why ecosystems don't instantly run out of usable carbon. Here's the deeper layer. Matter cycles. Carbon and oxygen keep getting rearranged and reused. Energy doesn't cycle the same way. Energy enters mostly as sunlight, gets stored briefly in sugar, then is released. Much of it ultimately leaves as heat. Life runs on that continuous flow. One of the biggest misconceptions: plants don't only make oxygen. Plants also respire because plant cells need ATP as well. In daylight, they usually photosynthesize and respire at the same time. At night, photosynthesis stops, but respiration continues. And that oxygen you breathe is tied to photosynthesis released as the process uses water and carbon dioxide to build sugar. You don't need the detailed chemistry here. The takeaway is that photosynthesis is the reason Earth has abundant oxygen available for aerobic life. When people imagine oxygen, they picture forests, but the ocean is a huge player too. Microscopic photosynthesizers in the sea contribute massively to this global deal. The loop isn't just plants and animals. It's entire ecosystems trading gases and carbon. This loop also explains why carbon dioxide levels matter. CO is raw material for photosynthesis, but it's also a greenhouse gas. Biology can absorb and store carbon in living things and soils, but the balance can be pushed. The deal still runs the planet, yet it can be strained by how fast carbon is added versus how fast ecosystems can cycle it. Here's the tool you can reuse in any biology topic. Where is sugar being made? Where is sugar being spent, and how are carbon dioxide and oxygen moving through the system? If you can answer those, you can read most ecosystems. Question: which side of the deal do you usually forget, photosynthesis making sugar and oxygen, or respiration spending them to power life? Subscribe for more interesting videos from Truth Through Texts.